So not only, like, Julian actually has quite a few similarities with Kermit the Frog, the most obvious being that they sound identical, right? Like, you can't tell them apart. Julian, Kermit the Frog, they sound identical. But the similarities don't stop there, because both of them have a hand right up there. There it is. Nope, still muted. Still muted. Okay. Alright guys, so the upcoming match is going to be Drachir and FC Lucy, that is the Giga Tryhard Duo, and they are up against Doofusmcdooface and Lwon, which is Onlyfans soon TM. And this is a repeat of the Shadow Cup semi-final that we saw last weekend, so a bit of a grudge match, if you will. Drachir and Lucy did come out top in that one. They won with a score of 3-1. But this is only a best of 3. So let's see if Doofusmcdooface and Lwon can stick it to the Giga Tryhard Duo and make it through to day number 2.
It's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Here's the game.
Oh, YOLO! Drachir?
Drachir, YOLO?
Excuse me?
I mean, he's got a pretty solid YOLO roll, I would say. Like, I would be happy if this was my YOLO roll. And Lucy obviously just has the perfect roll, as always. Drachir going for the snail on 1. So I guess they probably checked Doofus and Lwon's strats, saw that they were playing Fiesta, and probably hoping to snail them. So I'd expect Lucy to do the same, and just think, like, we're going to catch one of them with Fiesta. But neither of them are Fiesta.
I think it's also the case of them feeling like they have the advantage. So they just want to be, you know, if you don't snail a Fiesta opener, he instantly has an advantage. And this advantage is bigger than getting a snail with, you know, a non-Fiesta.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, Doofus has the Pota start. And by the way, the new skin is really nice. Really like this one. Like, it's kind of fine when she's just stood there, but when she actually starts fighting, the skin looks really good. So I'll zoom in again on that and show everybody in the Twitch chat just how good it is. Of course, the priestess attacks 5% faster when you buy this skin.
As always, and it deals 7.5% more damage.
Yeah. Oh, Drachir with the golden wave 19 frog. Very nice.
Ooh, yeah, true.
I mean, it's no Legion King, obviously. But it's not bad. Right, look at this priestess. Oh, look at that beautiful flame aura when she starts healing herself. Amazing.
Yeah. I consider locking in priestess every game I play just because of the skin.
I thought your favourite unit was the bazooka.
It is. It is. But
they call you Bazooka Boy, am I right?
Yeah. I'm not a bazooka man yet.
Hmm.
That's someone else who also loves bazooka, but...
Yeah, but you can hope.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Bazooka Boy is evolving. He's turning into Bazooka Man.
Maybe.
What? Alright. So the snail gamble was won by Doofus and Lwon there on 1, both of them netting 6 gold for free.
And Lwon is playing Chaos, so he will now roll the perfect answers for every unit, for every wave.
Yeah, so he's got the Necromata for 3.
He is the luckiest man alive when he plays Chaos.
Isn't everyone? Certainly everyone who's on the enemy team when I play.
Yes, exactly. That's how it goes.
Alright, so FC Lucy, clap, 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 clap. There's the Avenger. The Avenger boy is coming and everybody's jumping.
Oh no.
We're going to Ibiza.
Oh no.
Alright, so with the Avenger boy, I think FC Lucy will be able to hold wave 3 against Dragon Turtle. Drachir gets a snail, but is the Harpy enough to hold the snail on 3? It is, right?
Yeah, it is. And he's 6 workers, and Doofus also pushed 6 workers with his Pota, and he does not have an amazing answer for wave 4. No, the walk isn't terrible.
Walk is not bad, yeah. Oh, Drachir
no.
does leak. That might actually be worse for Doofus.
I don't know. It might give him enough for Warg and Steed or something.
So Lwon could have afforded another snail, I think, on 3, and that might have made a pretty big leak on Drachir.
Yeah. Let's see, but Drachir isn't... Is he gonna add the snail with the fiend? Maybe.
Alright, so the Sacred Steed is actually a pretty solid combo with the Priestess. Obviously it gives her a lot more heals. And this split should bring all of the right side creeps onto the Warg there of Doofus.
Yeah.
Well, this is a pretty good damage split here for Doofus. Steed's going to pump the Priestess full of mana, so she should get another heal. She does. I think he just holds this. This is a really good damage split from Doofus. Very well played. Yeah. If we have a look at Lwon, he's even somehow able to hold the triple snail with only 415 value, so that's pretty solid. Doofus was forced to income send into Lucy's Vengaboy here, though.
Yeah, but, you know, you don't hate it. Everyone is 8 workers now, so income sending isn't, you know, as long as it doesn't give the enemy the worker advantage, you're kind of fine with it.
Yeah. Was it not just the wrong income send, though? It was a DT snail. Like, don't you need the lizard to be able to kill the Vengaboy?
Probably, but I haven't done testing on wave 4. I assume that it's always fine unless you get a fiend with the Avenger right now.
Doofus, in fact, I was about to call out Doofus's workers, and then I realised that all 4 players have 8 workers.
Yeah, exactly. So this is very much... This is usually the amount of workers Lwon has on wave 9 when he plays Chaos.
Yeah.
So this is probably a personal best, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
But of course that means he can leak on wave 7, for example. Especially with Lucy's 10 workers, if she decides to save here, which she will.
Is she just going to go into... No, okay, she actually adds the 80 here, which I think is probably a good idea, because like a fiend here would have just ruined her day.
Yeah, and there's no point shifting 80 gold if you don't get anything useful from it. And
is Doofus going to shift 200? Is he?
Maybe.
I think he is. Doofus is just all in here. He's going for the Azaria on 7.
This is so risky. I don't even... Does he hold the no send like this?
I think with the steed it does, because the steed just gives her the extra heals.
I guess.
Yeah, so she can actually tank 3 with a steed, where obviously she can't without.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Doofus. Very nice read there.
Nice.
Doofus is actually playing out of his mind here today. This is respectable.
That's a very good decision.
Yeah.
And Drachir does not get a Mimic. Double Brood should not be enough to leak. Oh, he doesn't even go double.
He doesn't even need to sell for the Azaria. But he does anyway.
Yeah, it's the correct play. You want to have more of the Azaria.
Yeah. But I mean, this is just an easy hold. Like, the Azaria is not leaking on wave 7. Not with the extra 1 damage times 3.
Exactly. Like, it used to be weak, but now it's just boom.
1 damage times 3, dude, is just insane.
Minus 20 gold on Lwon. Alright, let's see if Lwon can hold against the Mole Lizard. Yeah. This is probably the lane to watch, because the Azaria, as we said, should hold easily.
The Azaria is a guaranteed hold, I think. Maybe if she just never focuses the Brute. Oh, if she gets this heal off, which she does, it's an easy hold, so let's go back to Lwon's lane.
And this is...
he does fine, honestly. 54%. Like, he did have to spend 20 gold boosting the veteran.
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Was it close?
It was very close. It was like 20 HP or something.
I mean, that's 19 more than she needs.
Yeah, I agree.
So easy hold from Doofus with his very, very good play there on 6 to shift 200 gold. That was respectable decision from Doofus. Yeah. I'm actually very impressed with his decision making there.
Yeah, but Lwon had to send on wave 7, and he stimmed a veteran, and he still leaked. So Lwon is kind of behind now, but let's see if Lucy...
Workers, though.
Yeah. If Lucy can hold the triple fiend, I think
And with the double Tempest as well, it's just perfect against the Fiends.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if she can. This is a 200 cent into 800 value with not too much value. I don't know. Let's see. This is
full tanking, and the Tempest just shred the Fiends.
Yeah. But this does not look like a ult.
Everything's on the Avenger. This should be a leak, and actually a decent one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
This is really good for Lwon and Doofus, because Lucy pushed hard for the leak on 7, but now she leaks more to the income send. So this makes the whole push definitely not worth it for her.
So Drachir and Lucy, they do have at least the Mythium advantage, so they've got the pressure lead. Let's see
Maybe they go here.
where they decide to set.
They should go here, no?
I think Doofus will just hold.
Mimic for Drachir into Doofus? No, they save. Oh. Okay.
Giga Tryhard Duo, living up to their name, continuing to save here.
But
I mean, they're not under any pressure, right?
When do they send? Like, you can't go 10 into L1, really? Ah, maybe you can. He can't really afford the big halo, and his tank situation is meh. But he has Trinity Archer next, and obviously you can't go 11 into Doofus because of this unit, and you can't go 12 because of this.
Yeah. But L1 should at least get the Trinity Archer, right?
Yeah. I think we're looking at income. No, and you can't go 11 because there's Lwon in the game. So long save for 11 is definitely not worth it.
But what they can do is income 11, force the Lwon.
Yeah.
That's not a bad play.
But I think they are too low on value to save longer. Yeah, they go here.
I wonder if Doofus and L1 match. They do not. Oh, the Ghost Knight is pretty good against this unit, but it's not good against this unit.
Yeah. No, I like the send. I was just a bit like Monka-esque because it was very close to being post-income.
Oh, L1, by the way, he can't afford this without his income send here.
Oh, no.
Right,
but he rolled the...
He is pulling the boss right. Oh, he's very skilled. Yeah, I forgot he's playing Chaos. That's very, very skilled there from L1.
I think he's still leaking big because he's 1200 value.
Yeah.
But,
you know. The spam is going to keep his ramping units off of the boss.
Pretty impressive to roll Berserker for 10.
Yeah.
And Doofus is also
already down.
Effed. He's leaking big though.
And they have nice if the Fire Archer pulled.
They have almost no king upgrades, so this will be very, very good.
It'll be a lot of damage, yeah. A lot of damage. But they have a ton of Mythium, and they probably now force Lucy and Drachir into loaning themselves. But Lucy will get a Phoenix here.
Yeah. This has to be income king for L1 and Doofus, right? They can't go full into loan.
They could go longer. They do. They go longer. Alright,
they go?
I mean, Lucy gets the Phoenix without using loan, so maybe she just doesn't take loan.
Shops, maybe.
Yeah, pawn shop's fine for her, I think.
And I think if they pawn shop... I mean, knowing what we know, pawn shop is the better play.
Yeah. She loans,
no,
so she's playing it safe.
Drachir also loans, which is...
Oh.
But, like, you can't go 12. Like,
no, they can't go 12. They have to go, like, 14.
13?
They can't go 13, even. Lucy's just too strong there. It has to be, like, a 14 send, but that's so long.
Yeah, with PTA... Like, I mean, look at their values. They will start leaking to no send soon, right?
And Lucy and Drachir didn't spend all of their Mythium, so they are posing a threat against L1 and Doofus.
Yeah,
L1 and Doofus will die to a semi-decent send from Drachir and Lucy, if they continue to save their Mythium, that is.
I wonder if you just go 12 now if you're Lucy and Drachir. But Lucy doesn't get the Hermit, right? Oh. If Lucy gets Mole Hermit, and I think she will, you just go full.
So will Doofus and L1 send after this Pro League? They have a lot of Mythium.
Yeah. Who's gonna blink first?
Oh, Drachir is income sending. Lucy is also income sending. She just turned on the auto send.
Yeah.
And Doofus and Lwon continue to save. So if they hold here, and that actually with the income, it should be a hold at least for Lwon with his death cap. Well, I just don't know, man. Like his value is so low.
Yeah, and he has a wave split. I don't know, but I don't think they die, especially because this unit should never die on Doofus's lane, and he can get a gazillion value from it. But I'm not sure, like, yes, this is a ton of Mythium on Doofus and Lwon, but also Drachir and Lucy are super strong and super high value. Like, they're minus 100.
Anyway.
They are like minus 100, which is not a lot. And you need to be minus a lot to actually die.
And Doofus is leaking here to the 4 Dragon Turtles.
Lwon holds.
L1 holds, okay, that's important. This could have been very bad if both of them leaked.
I think they 14 now. They should go 14. They have to 14 now.
Lucy's never leaking, though. That's not happening. Oh, what are you doing, Doofus? Alright, L1's obviously going to send Centaurs now.
I mean, they might also die 13 if they don't send, so I don't know.
That's true.
Double ram.
Double ram, that's quite a good send.
But Lucy and Drachir probably... No, they don't income send. Do they go full king here, or do they feel safe with the Phoenix and the Venga Boy?
The Venga Boy is coming. Oh, they're expecting, I think,
a 13 send. With this King Claw, 100%. You don't King Claw if you expect 14.
But do you think King Claw is better than a Sovereign?
No.
And doesn't Sovereign just do really well on both?
Yeah, I don't understand the King Claw, and I don't understand the Mythium saving here.
I mean, it has absolutely 100% no counters.
True.
The double Siege Ram is so good against Drachir, but his value is very high.
This Phoenix is going for the backline now, but it did die. And we're now focusing the 4 Eyes, which we do
one
kill.
4 Eyes dies, but big leak on Drachir and big leak on Lucy.
They die. They die. They just die here.
I don't think they die. The golems are low enough. Enough golems.
I think they die. It's only 7 attacks.
It's a 50-50.
Whoa. Oh.
Now they live.
Well,
a lot of damage though.
Yeah, but they had to one-shot, right?
Yeah, they had.
I mean, like, I don't see...
Now Lucy and Drachir just have a massive value and worker and Mythium lead.
Okay, well, there's one thing that Doofus and Lwon have going for them, is that ideally Lucy and Drachir want to go 16.
Yeah.
But with their values, going straight 16 is actually slightly dangerous with 19%.
They can die on 15?
Yeah, I think if
Lwon... Doofus and Lwon need to send like their Shamans on 15, right?
Yeah.
Or 4 Eyes at the very least into Lucy's Phoenix.
Yeah. But they are plus 200 each, so they are trying to survive the next send, which I don't see happening, especially on wave 16, because Doofus has nothing that's good on that wave.
I mean,
even if Lwon hold.
Got the Archire.
Yeah, but it's just not enough, right?
Oh, the Lucy and Drachir sent 15,
why?
Though. What is this Game of Thrones that we're watching? Yeah, okay, it's by far Doofus' strongest wave. He needs to split here. He needs to split. Like, even with all these steeds, I think his area dies.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, split Doofus! Okay, thank you.
Stop making us angry. This is just a hold and cover for Doofus, and then Drachir and Lucy are in trouble on 17.
Alright, but this is the important lane now. This Azeria needs to survive, which she does. She's got endless amounts of mana from all of those Pegasi.
This is so strong, by the way.
And a ton of damage as well. Like, can you imagine all of that attack speed from all of those casts, while also doing 1 times 3 more damage with every attack?
Lwon is almost holding.
He's almost holding. He might even kill the boss.
I don't think he kills the boss.
He needs another like full round of ramp to kill it. But this is very good for Doofus and Lwon, who will now send on 17.
Yeah, and I don't see Lucy and Drachir holding. Like, sure, they have Trinity Archer, but they don't have enough tanks.
Yeah.
And they don't, like, even if only one of them leaks, if it's a decent-ish leak, they just die.
Yeah.
The king is so low, and they are so low value.
They're already very undervalued.
Yeah.
Like, Lucy just can't hold 17, I don't think.
They had to resend here. Yeah,
they had to. They had to go for the
Did Lucy just push 1 or 2 workers? No, right?
No, surely not. Surely
I thought she might have pushed for, say, a Ghost Knight or a 4 Eyes or something, but she didn't. They have to send here. Like, it's the only way.
Yeah, it's their only chance, but they don't. Alright. So, Doofus and Lwon, they have a large amount of Mythium saved up. They are overbuilding and starving. They stayed on 16 workers.
Yeah. I don't see Drachir and Lucy winning a race next wave against the much bigger Sens.
Yeah.
And like Doofus has APS Millennium, which is not as strong as it used to be, but it's still insanely strong 17. Yeah. And the Ghost Knight isn't even really good because the Azaria does spell damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe we're wrong. Maybe Lucy and Drachir can win the race, but like just looking at values and everything, I don't think they can. And Drachir suicided. Drachir pushed.
Ooh.
I think.
He
was 18 workers, no?
He's pushed 3 workers.
Yeah.
He's still building, but he's pushed. So I guess he pushed enough to get like an ogre or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he ever gets second 4 Eyes.
No.
But both Lwon and Doofus can leak here as well, so this is going to be an interesting.
They can, and their king is low enough that they also die.
Huh?
Oh, the Azaria dies, but the Ghost Knight is already dead. Unless
the
oh my god, this is just
amazing.
A hold now.
Amazing, and the double 4 Eyes here, shredding through Lucy's Phoenix.
Hold.
Big leaks there, big leaks on Drachir, 94% Lucy, 86% Drachir. Mom, I'm on TV, Onlyfans soon, winning game number 1.
Pog champ.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Why?
Pretty interesting. Like, look at the graph. Lucy and Drachir are ahead for the early game. Then they take a turn to throw. And then Lwon and Doofus are ahead for a little while. Then they take a turn to throw with their 13 cents. And then Lucy and Drachir are ahead until the end of the game. But it didn't matter because Lwon and Doofus, they skipped past that wave 15 cent. Where Doofus was an absolute god, by the way. And then they just closed it out on 17. Very nice play from Doofus and Lwon. I have to say, like, Doofusmcdooface is my MVP for this game. He made 100%. Some very good decisions here. So,
100%.
Like, he full shifted wave 6, 200 gold. He would have been absolutely dead to, like, a lizard.
Yeah, or a DT.
The only thing that matters is his priestess dying, right?
Yeah.
Or she just gets endless heals off. So, like, a DT or a lizard or something is just... he's just dead. But like this, he gets the Azaria on 7, big hold and big cover against L1's leak. And then this big 75% leak to income on Lucy wave 8 as well.
Yeah.
They did okay against the Sens on 10, like they maybe could have done a bit better, but that was fine. They did lose 50% King HP, so maybe they were a bit sweaty after that. But then this wave 13 Sen, I mean, it got a lot done. It didn't quite kill them, and we thought that meant game for Drachir and Lucy, who saved past it. But because they decided to send on 15 instead of 16, Doofus just gets the freehold. Like, if they go 16, I think Drachir and Lucy win, because Doofus cannot hold wave 6. He just can't.
Yeah, the game ends on 16, and I don't see Lucy leaking enough and quickly enough.
Yeah.
So I think 16 wins the game for Drachir and Lucy. I can only imagine they thought they were gonna die on 15 to ascend.
Yeah.
But that's so weird with Lucy's build.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy's good on 15. She's on decent value. I mean, she's 300 under, but it's whatever.
But I mean, it's dangerous with
like we can't go 16 because Lwon has masks and flower, not realizing that he's playing chaos, so he can't just build like 3 more death caps.
Well, but he can because he's the luckiest man alive.
Oh yeah,
with
of course.
chaos.
He's playing chaos, so he has to roll the best unit. But yeah, and then we got this slick victory on 16. Very well played, Doofus and Lwon.
17.
17. Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah, surely.
All right, let's pop into the next lobby and get the game underway.
Yeah.
So, Doofus and Lwon leading the series 1-0. Do we think they can knock out the Giga Tryhard Duo from the Nova Cup on day 1? That would be a bit of an upset.
It would be a massive upset, but it would be... Yeah. I mean, after this first game, I mean, I don't see why they can't do it. They played really well. But of course, Lwon can't pick Chaos, so now he's forced to roll the perfect units on wave 1 and not on every wave.
Yeah. So Lwon has to play something that's not Chaos. Doof has to play something that's not... remind me what he picked?
I think he picked Cash Out.
Okay. Lwon says he needs Drachir and Lucy to have a chance. I wonder if Drachir and Lucy are just going to go like... They're probably feeling a bit sweaty now after losing game 1. Do you think they just go back to the old favourite and try and get a double greed win?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Like, go back
maybe
to
they are
what
scared
know
that...
best?
Maybe they are scared because they are greed one-trick ponies. Maybe they think they can only win if like one of them picks YOLO and the other one picks greed because YOLO is similar to greed.
Yeah. I mean, YOLO is basically... If you're Drachir, then YOLO is just greed plus 2 income, right? Because he's going to roll the perfect units regardless.
Obviously.
Yeah. So, guys in Twitch chat, anyone who's not in the loop, Drachir has a superpower, which is always rolling a 5-unit combo. Regardless, like he can pick any mastermind option, he will always have the perfect combo in his roll. It's a skill, you know? It's a special ability that he has, and it's a pretty powerful one.
Yeah.
Well, players are asking if we're ready. And we might have game number 2 coming up. Hot.
Doofus is asking if he can have 2 minutes.
I mean, I suppose he can have 2 minutes. Oh,
well,
no,
I suppose he can't.
Drachir and Lucy with the BN starting the game after the 2-minute request was asked.
To be fair, he did say ready.
He did say ready, and then he said... But guys, game number 2. Let's go!
I mean, they can also pause the game right now. So
They could.
Greed! Double greed! Even if they win, it's over.
Called it!
It's over. It's over. Stop the count. Oh my god, look at Lwon's roll. Pota mask. Ugh.
Oh, with cash out as well, so that's a 5-worker Pota with mask. I mean, he can just easily go 6 workers as well.
Drachir and Lucy both have Seedling Pack Rat.
Oh. They can't both play it, though.
No. But one of them could. I don't know if they are probably not into this cheese strat, but they could.
Yeah. I mean, Pixie and Packrat is just very strong. Very, very strong. Like, you just generate insane amounts of Mythium in the early game. It's crazy how much you can get from this. Maybe if, like, Lucy goes for the Shakura and Drachir goes for the Packrat Pixie, I think that might be a good combo.
Because I don't think so.
Because Sakura's very safe. I mean, obviously it means long waves with 2 workers, which is not good.
Exactly.
But Doofus is Pyro, so he's on a slow start as well.
Ugh.
It is nerfed Pyro. It can leak on 4 now. It is possible to leak on 4.
Yeah, I still hate the unit with a passion.
And Drachir not going... So both of them rolling Pixie Packrat and neither of them picking it. Giga Tryhard Duo staying true to their name once again.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just manners because it's OP and it would be unfair to win with such an OP strategy.
It actually is. Alright, so Shakira shaking those hips, generating the stacks. That's an extra 110 HP and 8 damage every time she survives a wave.
15. The game thinks it's 15 gold. So you see Lucy's value is 265 despite not adding anything.
Yeah. Perfect for Lucy, generating free value everywhere.
Yeah, it is actually pretty strong, but it's also very, very weak on wave 7 and 8. Yep. And the value is just very deceiving there, because then suddenly you have like a 400 gold unit that is just doing nothing on those waves.
Yeah.
So you need to be very, very much overbuilt on these waves. And as soon as you start leaking, losing stacks just hurts so much more than just a quote-unquote regular leak.
Lwon can go 7 workers here if he wants to. And I think he does. He does. Lwon, what a god. Lwon and Doofus really like exceeding my expectations in this series.
Oh, no. Thank you. Upper split, yes, thank you.
That's very good. Upper split as well. Very upper split. That's the entire way.
Post income DT is not good. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen this way of building Sakurai. I always put the 2 seedlings here. But I think it's just fine.
I think it's... He's just never going to attack the turtle, right? Or maybe he attacks the turtle after the entire right side split gets killed and it's just not going to be enough?
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe if he went on the turtle quicker, but he didn't, and that's an easy hold there from it. Lucy, clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. And Lwon with the 7 workers being completely safe because he's getting the sense.
Well, to be fair, this was like a real expression of skill from Lwon. Because what he did on wave 1 is he pressed the cash out button and then he rolled the priestess and the mask. Like, you don't really get much higher skill cap than that.
No, it's just amazing. Is this Valshroom in the correct tanking position?
I guess we'll find out. So there's a Fiend sent against Doofusmcdooface. Hey, it looks decent. The Pyro tanks the Fiend +1, the Sacrificial Wildshroom tanks everything else, but maybe it's enough time? Oh, no, this is a bit of a leak. And although I'm sad to see Doofus leaking, I'm very happy to see that it's possible to leak Pyro on.
But this is 100% because the Valshroom tanked too much. It needs to be further back. If it aggro shares with Pyro, I think it's fine.
So Lwon going for the Brute send on wave number 5. But Drachir doesn't look amazing. He does have 175 gold, so he can add a Warg and another Oathbreaker?
No, I don't think that works. I think he needs to add a Steed and an Oathbreaker.
Oh, but he's just rerolled. He's got rid of the Steed. He found the Mudman. Is he going to harden here? He is not.
Yeah, but if only the boss on the elite archer, so he should be okay, I think.
And with the Oathbreaker and the Mudman, even though it's not hardened, it's just enough tank value, right? So yeah, he's still got the entire Mudman to chip through. Maybe it's a leak, but it's a very small one if it is, and he's fine with that.
Yeah. This is why sometimes it's better to send 4 snails. Yeah. Because as soon, like 4 snails messes up the aggro a bit, and then sometimes 1 or 2 creeps and 1 or 2 snails go also on the elite archer, and then it actually dies. And then you just leak the entire wave.
The other reason to send 4 snails is that it gives you more income.
Yes.
And I like income.
Yeah. Double Brute on wave 6 into Lucy.
Into a Shakira?
And she doesn't get the Harbinger. She doesn't get the Harbinger.
I mean, I wonder if Lucy just builds for 7. Like, she might just stack the kitty. No, she builds for 6. He does read.
No, she's shifting.
No, she's shifting. He full builds. This should be an easy hold, right? Like, the Shakira's just going to deal a million DPS.
Yeah.
Drachir gets a double snail resend. I mean, he's not great here. Really not great. Let's have a look at Lucy. This is kind of the important note. But yeah, the Shakira's just perfectly tanking the split there. It tanks everything, survives, and now it's going to clear out everything on the right side as well.
Oh, it lives. Drachir's fine.
He's just the luckiest.
and Doofus added a Berserker for wave 6 with his Pyro.
Is that good on 7?
Yeah, it's very strong on wave 7.
Nice. That's good. He's getting a mole here, so it would be a shame if he built something that wasn't good.
But we once again had the shift.
I wasn't even looking at Doofus and Lwon's lane, but
Lwon did the Doofus.
Big boy shift, yeah. Fair play. How did he hold wave 6 with these units? Like, he didn't have the steed. How did his priestess hold against 3 creeps? Maybe I was watching the wrong lanes there.
Yeah, maybe. I was also looking at the Sakura because I didn't expect Lwon to shift like this, but heads off, that's a very good play.
That's a very good play. Did he have Groll? Like, did he have Groll and then re-rolled it or something?
No. He had a Tantrum Mask, which helps him.
Yeah.
So.
Still impressive. And that just gives him a hold, which is good, because Doofus hold not.
Yeah, he holdn't.
He holdn't.
It's also not horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
80%. Not amazing.
That's not amazing.
Again, Lwon's going to full cover this. So these guys with the big boy shifts on 6 back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Just getting one over on the Giga Tryhard Duo.
Yeah, but they still are in the lead on the Giga Tryhard Duo.
Oh, they are, yeah. They've got more workers, more income.
Yeah. Exactly. So I still favor them, but this shift by Lwon getting into this area, now he has a very, very free game, and he has a good role, as we said, so he can really snowball and morph into that carry. And Power Score says it as well. And Jules gives the advantage to Doofus and Lwon.
Jules actually giving the 1% there to Onlyfans.
Yeah.
Didn't realise that Jules was an Onlyfans subscriber.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
To each their own, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the problem is Lwon's looking very weak on 10. He doesn't have any options there either. Doofus, obviously, he can have like a Fatalizer if he goes for the shift on 9. But yeah, I mean, Lwon's just leaking everything on 10.
I think Lwon is pressing the blue cube button and is going to reroll Ranger or Berserker or Halo.
Ah, yeah. Seems like a good plan. So we
think
do
that
get a
would be
9
my
send
plan.
from Lwon. Probably Doofus as well. Or is Doofus just going to go 10 into Lucy? No, he gets it. Well, I mean, Lucy can just get the Gate Guard, but she goes for a Disciple.
Yeah, they expect... Well, Lucy expects a 10, I think. Drachir expects a send here, maybe?
He is hard.
Even though he did get the Trinity.
I was going to say they're going to try and cover each other's weaknesses, but Fear also just built this here, right?
Through the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Newly built. So he builds the Trinity and hardens.
I think he thinks he's safe on 10 even with the D-hardened Mudman. And Lwon
shifted 40 Mythium, so he could have sent a couple of snails.
Yeah, the DT just didn't go out because he was too busy placing his bunk somewhere where I would have never put it.
But I think this might be a leak on Lucy. This will be the first time her Shakura dies. So those hips have been paying off pretty well so far this game, but finally going down.
But Drachir easy holds, so this is not the end of it.
Imagine if that DT had gone out, this would be a very different.
No.
No?
No. I mean, it would be a different story because Drachir would have 12 more gold now. But given that he's on 28 gold, that wouldn't have mattered too much.
But then he'd be on 40.
Yeah.
What?
Save.
Lucy.
Saving.
To save.
Ooh, because there's all-out assault, and with all-out assault you never send on 10.
It's just not probable.
Just impossible. I mean, on a serious note, they expect the Fatalizer here, so they want to go for king damage. So they think the Fatalizer will not be enough on wave 11, and they trust Lwon to not cover within his area on 11, I guess.
But Doofus and Lwon are fully resending here. I mean, Drachir's he's got a lot of damage, but he doesn't really have any tank. And remember, here's the DT that never went out last wave. Whoa!
Yeah, so this is the big resend. This might be a leak, but I don't...
Dino's tanking a lot of shots. Like, he just doesn't have any tank value. He's going to leak.
Yeah. And Lucy does leak as well, but I'm not sure how bad this is for Drachir and Lucy.
Well, they can send quite a large amount of Mythium. So both of them have siege rams already, and there's all-out assault on the table.
Yeah, so this will be like a 500 send or something.
Which? Okay.
Siege ram. Okay.
I'm not sure why you witch into this when siege ram's available.
I think he doesn't want to ram because of the fatalizer, but I think it's a mistake.
I think you still ram. Like, it takes a long time for a fatalizer to kill a ram.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a misplay. Maybe. I don't know how many DTs he's gonna get with all-out assault. We will see how long this takes, because the pyro takes 7 years to kill DTs, so maybe Doofus never reaches the wave. I'm curious to know which spell he will take. If it's gonna be... I think he has to take Titan and get a Golem and harden the Golem.
Hardened, he puts it on his fatalizer for some reason. Okay.
Pulverizer fatalizer. I mean, he's expecting the big tank. Maybe the pulverizer made them not send it. Let's see.
I mean, he's going to keep the pyro off the wave for a very long time.
Oh!
Heal.
Oh!
She's a liver!
No!
She's an absolute liver!
No way!
But she's not going to kill the siege ram, sadly.
No fucking way, dude. That... Oh.
What? Pretty big leaks, regardless, even with the clutch save there.
Yeah, but they saved Mythium and didn't upgrade the king, so they will actually take quite a lot of king damage here.
Doofus and Lwon actually showing a lot of balls on the stream today, like going for these risky saves and no king ups when they're clearly getting sent and they know that they're both leaking. Just trusting in the power of the king. Trust.
Yeah, but I'm not sure this was worth it, because they have 80 more Mythium than Lucy and Drachir, and they have invested 50% of their king HP and a lot of gold into that. But I'm not sure. I mean, Lwon is on fire, so maybe.
Lwon enabled, Lucy disabled.
Disabled, yeah.
And 14 looks very tempting against Lucy. I suppose the problem is that Drachir's quite good on that wave.
And there's also the problem that Lucy does have the Millennium in her role, and she's gonna shift 350 gold here to get the Doomsday from heaven.
Yeah.
For wave 13.
So she's going to be on 19 gazillion value.
It's only 2.3k because she's on 1600 value here. But that makes it very hard to send on wave 14.
And even the Disciple as well, by the way, so Ghost Knight beware, you know.
Income sends?
Income sends. That could spell wave 15 if Doofus and Lwon save.
They save.
So Doofus obviously holding with his Pulverizer Fater. Lwon should hold as well with the Pulverizer on his Azeria. They're both, it looks like, preparing for 40. Yeah, so Lwon spams his math. And Doofus builds a gun here?
Yeah. Income king from Drachir and Lucy. This is... I don't like this play. I really don't.
The Harden is fine because they never want to send 14 anyway. The thing is, Doofus and Lwon, they now can push a bit and maybe go for a big boy send on 15.
Yeah, this is a 15 angle now, I think. But the Azaria died, so this would have been a very good send here.
Yeah.
Lwon risking it
decent
too many times.
Ult from Lwon? Yeah.
Oh my god. This is... no.
What?
Unless...
Oh, easy. Never in doubt. Not even close. Easiest hold of his life there on Lwon.
He risked it too much with the Azaria and was still rewarded because they didn't get full sense here.
I'd actually like it if Lwon just full pushed here. Like, he doesn't need to build on this wave. He's got 4 tantrumed mast, and you want to go for a 15.
Yeah, but one of them also needs to hold 15, and I'm not sure Doofus has the quality.
Yeah, true. And the gun that he added last wave, like, I guess they were expecting the 14 send themselves, but it's pretty trash on 15.
Yeah, exactly. And looking at Lucy and Drachir, I think that Lucy is a bit stronger on 15 because the Sakura is a big boy Sakura.
Dealing a lot of damage, and assuming that she doesn't die here, which I think she doesn't, that's going to be a 16 stacked Sakura, which is quite a lot of magic damage.
Oh yeah, that's like a 450 or something gold unit now. Maybe even 500 gold, so it's worth very much.
They are sending. So Lwon going for his siege ram that served him so well in the previous game. He doesn't get the second in income though. Oh no. That was,
yeah, but I think it's fine. They are going for a kill here, so you definitely send.
Yeah.
Send full.
Yeah.
So
Drachir does harden. He's minus 600 value, by the way.
Yeah. And Lucy is minus 400.
I guess Doofus is saving for a Ghost Knight, but it's just going to get destroyed by the Triple Disciple. Maybe he goes 4 eyes?
No,
Well, the Ghost Knight goes right, actually. And maybe it's very good, because it's going to keep these just never going to die.
This thing tanks 1 unit and survives, which is really good.
It does a lot of magic damage. Now
everything goes. She's not targeting the boss.
Is dying. This is going to be a leak. And if we have a look at Drachir, he's actually doing very well, but he's going to leak as well. But
this is enough. They die. They die.
They die?
I think they die. Lwon is holding.
I mean, it's a 50-50, right? It's a 50-50.
Yeah. But I think this time they actually die.
Yeah. They have full attack, 7 spell, but there's 2 full HP bosses and a shaman. I think Doofusmcdooface and Lwon have just made it through to day 2 of the Nova Cup, knocking out the Giga Tryhard Duo.
Wow. Seed 8 or Seed 9 defeating Seed 1. My goodness.
That was insane. Doofus and Lwon really stepping it up. And just shout out to those guys. Like, they made some really, really nice plays in this series. Both of them going for the super hard shift on 6, getting the Azaria on 7, covering themselves and their teammate. How does this hold from Lwon on 6? 455 value. Like, the Priestess dies surely every time.
No, it's a Tantrum Razor. I think the Tantrum Razor and the Pota survived the left-hand side barely, and then it's a fine thing.
But very, very good call for the full shift there on Lwon, covering himself and his mate on 7. And then we get like drips and drabs done on 9 and 10. And sure, they leak a lot on 11, but again, they saved their Mythium. And as you know, Mythium saving has absolutely 100% no counters.
No counter. Yeah.
But then they save. They save. And Lucy and Drachir are panicking. They're income kinging. And they save. And they get these massive sends out on wave 15. And it's just crushing Lucy and Drachir. One of the tournament favourites knocked out here on day number 1. What an upset. What a game by Doofus and Lwon.
Amazing.
Amazing.
I did not expect that.
Very, very well played, those guys. I'm really pleased for them. Like, these guys have come a long way, it feels like. To be able to up their game to the extent that they can actually knock out Drachir and Lucy, who are some of the best players in the tournament, I have to say. They're really, really well played by Doofus and Lwon.
The hard work paying off?
They've got to be pleased with themselves after that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does pay off if you play Legion for like 12 hours a day, apparently.
Yeah.
They have really